Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Brady Morrison video for you guys today. Today's gonna be a little bit of a different video. Today, I'll be explaining the history and the origins of the Death Eaters, which I am really excited to make this video. It's also gonna take a while to make this video, so just bear with me. And now, guys, let's get this video started. Tom Riddle gathered a gang of Slytherin students who considered themselves his friends, though in truth, he felt no real attachments to any of them due to his lack of desire for a true friend. According to Albus Dumbledore, they were a mixture of the weak seeking protection, the ambitious seeking glory, and the thuggish seeking a leader who could show them more refined cruelty, and were considered to be forerunners of the Death Eaters, since most, if not all, indeed became the first Death Eaters. Tom controlled them to do his bidding, and it led to several nasty incidents over the years. Before 1970, Riddle formed a group he named the Death Eaters. Its original membership comprised people that Voldemort knew from his time at Hogwarts. Members of the organization Voldemort deemed to be valuable and faithful would be branded with the Dark Mark. This symbol, a skull with a snake protruding from the mouth, was used to summon his followers at will. Out of respect for their master, they referred to him as the Dark Lord, actively gathering an army of dark witches, wizards, and creatures, with the belief that his hidden Horcruxes granted him immortality. Voldemort and his followers planned to overthrow the Ministry of Magic. Death Eater activity during the First Wizarding War consisted of stealth attacks, espionage, torture, and mass killings of witches, wizards, and large numbers of muggles. Part of the Death Eaters' plan was to cast the Dark Mark over every house where they committed murder. This inspired much terror in the wizarding community. On the night of Halloween, October 31st, 1981, Lord Voldemort went to Godric's Hollow, where he killed James and Lily Potter, and as he tried to kill infant Harry Potter, his killing curse rebounded and it hit Voldemort instead, with many people believing he had died. Because of this, it marked the end of the First Wizarding War, and his target, Harry Potter, was dubbed the Boy Who Lived. After Voldemort's downfall, the Death Eaters largely fell into chaos. Many were rounded up and imprisoned in Azkaban without trial as part of the hard line taken by the head of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement, Barty Crouch Sr., who had legalized the Order's use of the unforgivable curses against those suspected to be among the enemy's ranks. Some Death Eaters managed to elude justice by claiming the Imperius Curse had been used on them, such as Lucius Malfoy, or by turning traitor to the other Death Eaters, as Igor Karkaroff did. Most followers had their allegiance to Voldemort and therefore did not try to find him. A handful of Death Eaters, including Bellatrix, her husband Rodolphus, Sebastian, as well as Barty Crouch Jr., remained fiercely loyal to their fallen master and sought him out. The four Death Eaters tortured Aurors, Frank, and Alice Longbottom into insanity, hoping for information about Voldemort's whereabouts, and they were captured and sentenced to Azkaban. 13 years later, at the Quidditch World Cup in 1994, a group of Death Eaters attacked the camp of wizards and witches and the nearby Muggle family. The Death Eaters seemed to consider torturing and humiliating Muggles a form of entertainment. When Barty Crouch Jr. launched the Dark Mark into the sky, all the Death Eaters fled in fear. On June 24th, 1995, Lord Voldemort returned to a physical body through a dark potion made by Peter Pettigrew. After this, he summoned his followers by touching Peter Pettigrew's dark mark. There were Death Eaters, including Walden McNair, Lucius Malfoy, Nott, Crabbe, Goyle, and Avery. Not only that, Harry was present for Voldemort's return to power and dueled him in the graveyard. 1 year later, in 1996, the Second Wizarding War is in full swing, and there was a mass breakout from Azkaban, and several Death Eaters, including Bellatrix Lestrange, Rodolphus, her brother-in-law Sebastian, Antonin Dolohov, and a few others, participated in the Battle of the Department of Mysteries led by Lucius Malfoy to steal the prophecy about Harry and Voldemort. A battle between the Death Eaters and several members of the Order of the Phoenix happened, and Bellatrix killed her own cousin, Sirius Black, and the prophecy was smashed. During the battle, 11 of the 12 Death Eaters being captured and sent to Azkaban, and Voldemort and Bellatrix fled. The raid was a failure for the Death Eaters because the reactivation was no longer a secret, and the captured Death Eaters were sent to Azkaban. And the other Death Eaters committed more crimes like kidnapping, torturing, and murdering of wizards, witches, and muggles. This included the capture of Wandmaker, Garrett Ollivander, and murdered Order of the Phoenix member Emmeline Vance, and murdered Amelia Bones. During the Second Wizarding War, Voldemort plotted to kill Albus Dumbledore and instructed Draco Malfoy to perform the act, and in doing so, Draco performed several assassination attempts on Dumbledore by using a cursed opal necklace and setting in poisoned mead, but it didn't go as planned, and Severus Snape cast a killing curse on Dumbledore in front of the four Death Eaters. 1 year later, Voldemort knew through Snape that Harry would be moved from the house of his Aunt Petunia and Uncle Vernon a few days before his 17th birthday. So the Death Eaters attacked immediately, and they couldn't tell right away which pair included the real Harry, because they had used Polyjuice Potion, Because of this, Voldemort thought that Harry was with Mad-Eye Moody, but actually it was Mundungus Fletcher, so we separated and Voldemort killed Mad-Eye. On August 1st, 1997, they stormed into the Ministry of Magic by killing Rufus Grimjour, and Pius Thicknesse was installed in his place, controlled by the Imperious Curse placed on him by Corbin Yaxley. Now, under the new regime, the Ministry granted amnesty to the Death Eaters, making them completely free to carry out their operations of domination. Voldemort, along with his Death Eaters and other allies, attacked Hogwarts, and those defending it in May 1998. He learned he wasn't the true master of the Elder Wand, and Voldemort incorrectly believed that it was Severus Snape. As a result, Voldemort had Nagini to kill Snape. Voldemort held a ceasefire in the Forbidden Forest, and he tried to kill Harry, but it didn't work, as it hit the Horcrux inside of Harry, and Narcissa lied to Voldemort, saying he's dead. Soon later, Neville Longbottom beheaded Nagini with the Sword of Gryffindor, ensuring that the final Horcrux was destroyed. After that, Bellatrix lost her life to Molly Weasley in a duel, and Voldemort was defeated by Harry Potter. Without Voldemort, the surviving Death Eaters fell or were scattered, and the Malfoys were pardoned and avoided Azkaban. Lucius gave information on his former comrades and assisted the Auror office in their capture, and many Death Eaters were imprisoned in Azkaban. After Voldemort's death, the dark marks on the Death Eaters' forearms faded into scars. And now, sadly, guys, this is going to be an end to another Brady Morton video. I hope you guys liked this video. It took me yesterday and today to make this video. I put in a lot of effort in this video. Other than that, make sure that you stay notified for more Brady Morton content coming your way. And now, guys, I'll see you guys in the next Brady Morton video coming your way. Bye!